Hello everyone, welcome back to Star Trek Timelines. Today we're going to be checking out the Leisure Time event. Particularly, we're going to start with Phase 1 and then go from there. Let's see what our characters have to say today. We're going to start with Niner's Kira, if she ever decides to load. But anyway, she says, the Vedics are fed up. Violence and crime among young Bajorans is at an all-time high. Naturally, the Vedics want to take the fire and brimstone approach, but I think that's just going to make things worse. Because you finally decided to show up. Most of these kids were born during the occupation. They were born into a world of violence and fear. They've never known a life of peace and have no idea where to place their pent-up emotions. I sure didn't when I was their age. So we need to give them a way to channel it. The doctor adds, what the Colonel was trying to say, Captain, is that she wants to create a new sport for the Bajoran people to channel all of that post-war anxiety. As a physician, I agree that sports can do wonders for one's well-being, even if the Bajorans aren't known for their athletics. Scoresman Scotty has this to say. You've no place to talk, hologram. Golf? Aye, that's as athletic as Andorian pottery. But that mouthy blast of photons is right. A new leisure pursuit might unite the Bajorans around something light and fun. But we could use your help researching to give us some ideas. Looks like this time we have a collection event. For example, kinesiologic data. Looks like we have all the stuff for that. So we'll go ahead and build that and then check back after we have the components ready. Okay, that first one's been completed. So we'll pick up some points for this event. And we'll look at the next one we might want to work on completing. For example, the battlefield of the mind. That looks interesting. Gather data on various games of mental skill.
NCC 1701. No bloody A, B, C, or D.
Alright, we made some rations first of all. Let's see what our next item is. Commander Riker's going to help out with this one. Lie detection techniques. I'm sure that'll be useful. It looks like we're a little bit short on the last part of our collection. Now, for our missing component, we're going to do the logical response space battle. We may not find the item we need on the first attempt, but we can redo the battle as many times as necessary to find the missing item. So let's give it a first try. Looks like we're facing off against Bajoran. We have rescued T'Pol from Bajoran's men, who sought revenge after she informed us of Bajoran's plans to assassinate Kahless. You can never trust Bajoran. However, we didn't get the component we needed, so we're going to try round 2. Well, it looks like we picked up what we needed this time. We can use that to finish off our collection. This time with Major Kira's assistance. Biological samples we picked up. Now we've completed our Battlefield of the Mind set. Well, I think that's a good summary of what Phase 1 is going to look like. We'll check back in a little bit later with Phase 2. And we're back for Phase 2 of the Leisure Time event. So let's see what our characters are up to this time around. The doctor says, "This is quite a diverse batch of inspiration you brought us here, Captain. I'd say your efforts were a hole in one." Scotty says, "Ugh, proud of that humor, are you, hologram? I miss the days when the ship's computer just executed the essential functions without trying to be funny. Anyway, this is a nice spread you've brought us." Kira says, "Yes, there's definitely a lot here to work with. Well, Captain, what do you think is the most important aspect of a sport? I've got some choices. The physical benefits outweigh all others. The tradition surrounding the sport is most important. The teamwork a sport can teach is paramount." Yeah, I'm going to go with the last one. Scotty says, "I've got to agree with you there, Captain. Does you good your whole life through, too, learning to get along with others and work together." And Kira adds, "Maybe it would help narrow some of these ideas down if we focus on that one aspect. Captain, do you think we could get you to do a little more research for us? Maybe poke around and get some more specifics." Well, I'd be happy to. This time we get to pick which faction we're going to do collections for. I'm going to go with the Bajorans because it looks like they're behind. We'll start out with the Taking Precautions set. We have 2 of the 3 things we need so far. But for our missing item, we're going to go down the Vedek's Trail away mission. As with the space battle, if we don't get the item we need the first time, we can run the mission additional times as necessary. Chiron-itis is the prime suspect behind an otherwise inexplicable Bajoran mutiny, but the trail has gone cold. Pick it up and find him. Looks like we have a diplomacy task, first of all, then we have some engineering, and some tactical. So let's pick our away team to fill out these roles. First of all, pick newly promoted Sam Lavelle for our diplomacy role. Next brings us to engineering. And we're going to use Jadzia Dax from Past Tense. Recently picked up under Professor Brady Specs' suggestion. Then for security, use Western data.
You have devised a completely unanticipated response to a classic attack.
First, we're going to determine credible leads by interviewing Tiro's contacts. Sam easily convinced Tiro's associates that he must be found. The away team has learned of the retreat Tiro had. Find physical evidence at a retreat. And Jadzia is going to reprogram a replicator code. Dax easily modified a replicator to reconstruct some of Tiro's belongings. However, this activated a trap. Now we have data to disable Tiro's booby trap by hotwiring a phaser. Data was able to hotwire a phaser to pre-detonate Tiro's trap. The away team can safely continue their investigation. Wrap it up by discovering Tiro's current location. Blackmail former aide. That doesn't sound very Starfleet. Sam used evidence from the retreat to blackmail Tiro's former aide into revealing his current hideout. Through an extensive investigation, we were able to learn where Tironitis is likely hiding. We are en route to his location now, and we hope he'll come peacefully. Even though we were successful at the away mission, we didn't get the item we needed. So we're going to check back in after we run the mission some more to get the item we need. Alright, now we've got our collection complete. Major Kira will assist us again with completing this construction for our targeting systems. Those pesky nanoprobes. This one's ready to be built.
Engineering division ready as always.
We'll have Scotty help us this time. We got some meditation techniques. And it looks like a rule book for our new Bajoran sport. Finally, I'll get Commander Riker back on here again for his assistance. We've constructed a listing device, and we've got another rule book. And we've completed this set. Here we got some more points for this event. We've also completed the rulebook collection on the left, it looks like. With those points, let's see what our rewards are. We got some credits. Those are always helpful. Well, that provides us an overview of what's going on in Phase 2. We'll be back for one brief third part for the wrap-up of the event. The Doctor tells us that you certainly have managed to pull ideas from across the Federation. I believe some of these haven't been played in centuries. Did you tell the Vulcans that their pre-Serakian ancestors played an ancient form of bowling? I would love to see the look on their faces. Kira responds, I'm not sure I believe it myself. Imagine Vulcans arguing over bowling stats. Anyway, I really am grateful, Captain. The Federation is vast, and I know it took a lot of time for you to comb through all of this. And Scotty concludes, I'm glad you did it too, but I think I'll pass on that Romulan rugby. Someone's probably more likely to die in one of those matches than a bat'leth competition, eh? Good, we earned some dilithium, 50 merits, and 2 5-star training holograms. It looks like the Federation was the winning faction. Well, that just about concludes this event. I thank you for joining me once again, and I hope you have a blessed day.